How goes it, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Emmett, and as always, please do your own research. I'm but one talking head amongst a sea of many, and I'm looking at things from a 30,000-foot view. Now, this is going to be a slightly political video. For some of you who may not be into it, I do apologize, but I do believe it's something that need be said because it will personally help me sleep better at night, trying to be at least a halfway decent person. As we all know, at least in the United States of America, the government is still unfortunately shut down. So what does that mean for a lot of people? Well, immediately for people who have really minimal to no ties to the government, that means very little for the time being. People who do have ties, I understand your pain. Some of you are getting furloughed. Some of you are getting promised back pay. Some of you have been fired for like a freaking month and you're trying to find another job because some businesses predicted this and said, nah, fuck that, you're out. We're doing this before we even bother with it. And my heart does go out for you guys. I do feel bad for you, and quite frankly, I honestly hope the best for you and that this situation will be resolved soon. For everybody else who thinks that they don't rely on the government or have no ties to the government, I'm here to tell you, at least in the United States of America, you actually do, because once welfare programs start getting shut down, people tend to get a little goddamn desperate. And normally this is stuff that has happened before. I've felt it in the air. I've lived a long, unfortunately storied life. And normally it's something where it's like, okay, it's whatever. I'll just stay away from the danger areas and keep rolling on about my merry way. But unfortunately, with this, the air feels a little different. And when I say a little different, it's one of those feelings where it's like you go outside and for some reason it's just strangely quiet. There's no animals around. You're not expecting a storm or anything. There's no danger. It's just different. Like something is about to happen, but nobody knows what. And the reason I'm putting this out there is because I have, while I've been trying to stay away from social media and all that, and the internet as a whole to try to, detox and just enjoy life as it is, there has been some disturbing upticks in the hostile EBT tribe threatening that they will do certain things if they do not get their food stamps. Now, don't get me wrong, on the whole, when it comes to food stamps, EBT, SNAP benefits, and all that shit, I think it's a good idea as a temporary fix. The problem that I have when it comes to EBT is that some people use it as a permanent fixture. And some of the shit did get swept up with the current administration. They just cleaned up a little bit and they shook off the people that were trying to use it as a permanent fixture. Go get a goddamn job. It's not that fucking hard. If you can walk into a fucking store, steal a bag of goddamn chips, and then walk out without really any fucking impunity on yourself, and let me rephrase that, without any like physical injury to yourself, then you can get a goddamn job. It's not gonna be a good job. Maybe you should probably get an education or a little bit. I'm not saying go to college, but like learn a trade or some fucking shit, and maybe you won't be in the position that you're in instead of being, garbage. But on the whole, as a temporary fixture, EBT, SNAP, and food stamps, good thing. As a permanent fixture for these lazy bums, all colors of the rainbow, by the way, because I know some people are going to mention that. Yeah, no, I do not agree with that. I think you should be cut off your benefits. You should get a goddamn job like a sane fucking person and actually have some agency in life, because that is the one thing that unfortunately has been robbed of us, or is getting robbed of us in the United States, is a sense of fucking agency, and it's kind of sad to see. That being said, though, I'm telling people to stay aware, because they are posting on social media and they're telling you what they're going to do. They're letting you know what they're about. And I would be remiss if I did not say something to somebody, whether it be the internet, one person, or whatnot, but I figured I might have a broader chance here, that you need to be aware, you need to be ready. Now look, I am a person where I have not always had a way of self-defense about me, because quite frankly, in the previous life that I've had, I never really saw it as something where it's like, oh, I immediately need this because I can just look around the corner and there's a fucking cop. Now, somebody who has grown up a little bit in life and seen both the good and bad sides of life, I've seen how shit happens across the world when it comes to crimes. Don't get me wrong, I'll say it again, I'm happy to be an American. I'm glad to be here, because this, quite frankly, is the only fucking place I'd rather be that will let me speak my mind. And quite frankly, I can't get bashed on for it for any fucking political reason. From any political source outside of a bunch of fucking degenerates on the goddamn internet. But I will say, for a lot of people, please, if you value your safety and you are a responsible, sane individual, I would highly recommend that you people start carrying if it is legal for you to do so. I am an individual who does carry and has actually gotten pretty proficient with it. Panic situation, obviously some of that skill set's going to go out of the window, but me, for my daily carry, I'm looking at a SIG P229 Legion. I used to carry a big honking Glock 21, but yeah, carrying full size is a little bit of a pain in the dick. So yeah, you live, you learn, and you adjust as needed. For anybody else who may not be in a situation where you have this kind of equipment, or rather you are in a state that kind of frowns upon it, or you need some kind of CCW and you're not going to be able to get it in time, I would urge that you carry some pepper spray, carry a taser, even like a freaking folding knife. I've seen some people carry a goddamn bayonet, which is some wild shit, but I would highly advise that a lot of you make some kind of investment in your safety, and I want you to think about this for a second, especially for people who think that they don't need it because the police are local to their area. The problem that I have with that, and it's something else that I've observed over this lifetime from both foreign nations as well as home, as well as, you know, in the home state, the police are still minutes away when you need help right that second. I know that's not the phrase, but I just want that to sink in. Everybody should take their own personal safety serious. Everybody should take account of life, limb, and eyesight. You know, just protect yourselves properly. I would rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. Just saying. If it comes down to it, sucks to suck, but at the same time, while me and the other dude cared more about my shit, I cared just a little bit fucking more. So there's that. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't mean to put this video out to fearmonger people. I don't mean to make people afraid. I don't mean to say that things are going to be bad forever, or that is something that you should ultimately worry about. I'm just saying, for my sake as well as yours, as somebody who's seen some shit, please, 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 please care about your safety. Be rational about it. Remember rules of engagement: shove, shout, show, and then fire. Hopefully you never get to the fire stage. And I know somebody else is going to look something up that's going to be a little bit better, but please, 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 please care about your safety. Be alert, be aware. Welcome to being alive. It's going to be a little scary, and I'm sorry it kind of pierces the bubble on some of your squeaky clean interpretations of the world, but that's just how it is. You're interacting with people, and Agent K and Men in Black said it best: a person is smart, people are panicky and fucking stupid. But that's all I really have to say. Please, ladies and gentlemen, again, be careful. If you carry, I would recommend you add an extra mag to whatever you're carrying, or an extra or an extra cylinder, whatever the fuck revolvers do. For everybody else, be sane about what you carry. A baton is fine, pepper spray is fine, taser's fine. Don't be the asshole that carries a fucking, like, a hand crossbow. I've seen 2 incidences of where people have had to do that, and it did not end up well for them. They ended up missing, and one, I believe, was beaten half to death. I have to find that report all over again. But one, I believe, was beaten half to death, and the other one just got shanked by the freaking bolt that they missed. That being said, I've droned on long enough. This ain't the fearmonger. This is just to let people know, hey, look, shit might be going down. Prepare yourself, be safe, be smart. Not everybody's out to get you, but also not everybody out to help you is there to help you. Or at least not every... Bleh, I messed that up monstrously. Not everybody who is helping you is out to get you, and not everybody who does something stupid is trying to fucking hinder you. That's somewhere along the lines. Let me get out of here. I'm ranting and raving about nothing. Y'all stay safe, please. Have a good one, and I'm out.